Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing great. My name is Shivam and I welcome you to our platform Abhipedia, where we change your dreams, rather, we transform your dreams into reality. ठीक है? Today we are starting a new series that is Niti Pe Charcha, Demystifying Government Schemes. In this series, we are going to discuss all the important government schemes relevant to our exams. ठीक है? चलिए शुरू करें. How we will move forward in this? We are going to discuss all the series in chronological order, that is year by year. We will discuss name, obvious, then its nodal agencies, what are its important features, and what is its current status in 2025, right? Let's start with the first scheme. The first scheme is Manrega, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. I have seen that many people are confused between Narega and Manrega. There's no difference between them. Actually, when it was first launched, it was launched as Narega, National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, in the year 2005. Later, it's and also remember that it came in effect in the year 2006. But later, on 2nd October 2009, its name was changed to Manrega to honor the legacy of Mahatma Gandhi. And why? Because Mahatma Gandhi really pushed forward for the rural development, right? चलिए थोड़ा सा पढ़ लें, इसी के पॉइंट्स देख लें हम यहाँ पे. चलिए अच्छा, इसका वन ऑफ द इंपॉर्टेंट फीचर क्या है, विच विल डिस्कस इन नेक्स्ट स्लाइड्स टू, दैट इट प्रोमिसेस 100 days of wage employment, right, to the most vulnerables. Okay, already we have discussed that it came in the year 2005, name changed in the year 2009, but it actually came into effect in the year 2006. So keep these 3 points in mind, because sometimes question can come from this, ki was it did it came in effect in 2005? So you should know that it came in effect in the year 2006. Okay, acha, which is a nodal agency for this scheme? The nodal agency for this scheme is Ministry of Rural Development. अच्छा, मुझे एक और बात बताओ कि मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ रूरल डेवलपमेंट के करंट मिनिस्टर कौन है? हु इज द करंट मिनिस्टर फॉर मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ रूरल डेवलपमेंट? प्लीज टेल मी इन द कमेंट बॉक्स. चलिए अच्छा, एक और बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट बात है कि इट सपोर्ट्स सम ऑफ द सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल्स गिवन बाय द यूएन. व्हिच आर दो सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल्स? दैट इज एसडीजी 1 नो पॉवर्टी, एसडीजी 5 जेंडर इक्वालिटी, एसडीजी 8 डिसेंट वर्क एंड एसडीजी 13 क्लाइमेट एक्शन. ठीक है, तो मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट. अच्छा, बट आई अब नाउ वी विल डिस्कस द फीचर्स इन डिटेल. अच्छा, इसके फीचर्स क्या है कि इट गारंटीज एम्प्लॉयमेंट एज अ लीगल गारंटी, राइट, लीगल गारंटी. And for how many days the employment is given? Employment is given for 100 days. Another important feature for this is, if someone has applied for work and he does not get work within the 15 days, so what happens is that he is paid unemployment allowance. He or she is paid unemployment allowance, right? Acha, next question arises ki who will fund the wages of these workers? The workers wages is totally funded by center, but any asset created by them, the material required for that asset, the cost is beared between center and state. In what ratio? 75:25. Acha. Manrega also pushed for women empowerment. How? It pushed by giving them equal wages. Another important feature of Manrega was he tried to prevent leakages. Leakages kaise? You all might know that if a wage was being paid earlier, so there was a middleman who would, or contractor who would pay the wages to the labor. But now, what the government did was the government used direct benefit transfer scheme, in which the payment to the labor was done directly to his or her bank account or post office accounts. So it reduced leakages. ठीक है, अच्छा. Another question arises is कि what are the kind of assets that are produced by मनरेगा? ऐसे कौन से काम के जाते हैं मनरेगा में? मनरेगा में सबसे मेजर काम क्या जाता है? वाटर कंजर्वेशन का. Second point is afforestation. Third point is irrigation. Fourth point is rural connectivity. And fifth point is land development. ठीक है, so what happens is कि with मनरेगा we are also providing employment, but we are also creating the assets for our country, like roads, dams, etc. चलिए, moving on to the next point. What is its current status? This is a scheme that is still being run, and if you see that it has completed its 20 years, right? And if you see that this scheme is the biggest social scheme that is ever been run, है ना, in comparison to other countries. That rural livelihood still depends on this scheme, right? So what is the annual budget given for this is 86,000 crore. Also, Government of India, to prevent further exploitation of laborers, they launched a new system, that is National Mobile Monitoring System. What does this system does is it captures automatic attendance of the laborers employed in Manrega, right? Let us move to our next scheme, that is Make in India scheme. You all might have heard about Make in India scheme daily in newspaper. Even till now, we are listening about it. So when was it launched? It was launched in the year 2014. What was its nodal agency? It was Ministry of Commerce and Industry and Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. Acha. In comment box, you will tell me who is the current minister for Ministry of Commerce and Industry. अच्छा, I will also give a hint. He is a CA. चलिए, अच्छा, मेक इन इंडिया स्कीम में सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्ट क्या था कि टू ट्रांसफॉर्म इंडिया इनटू ग्लोबल डिजाइन एंड मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हब एंड बूस्ट एफडीआई. एफडीआई क्या है? फॉरेन डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट, एनहेंस जॉब क्रिएशन. ऑब्वियसली if there is more manufacturing, we will get to see more jobs, right? And improve ease of doing business. What do we mean by ease of doing business? Ease of doing business is if someone wants from a foreign country or even from our country wants to start a new business, there should not be such regulatory framework that it limits his or her capacity or his will to work, right? So we relaxed our regulatory framework so more people can come and do business in India, right? Acha, very important thing is the logo for Make in India scheme. What does the logo represent? This logo represents a lion. Acha, and what does lion represents? Lion represents strength. This shows a strength in manufacturing. Acha, and if you see more deeply, that this lion is made up of cogs or gears, right? Cogs or gears. What does this show? This shows that a technological advancement, right? We are not only manufacturing country, we are also going to gain some technological advancement, right? चलिए आगे चलें. अच्छा, what are its silent feature? Raise manufacturing sector's share in GDP to 25%. Create 100 million additional manufacturing jobs for 2022. Enhance skill development. Obviously, if we do not enhance the skill of our workers, how can we manufacture better products, right? We have to compete with China, है ना? तो उसके लिए skill development is very important. अच्छा, facilitate investment and build best in class manufacturing infrastructure, right? And last is promote innovation and protect intellectual property. Intellectual property prevent करने से क्या मतलब होता है? For example, you might know कि किसी company, some company has done a new innovation. For example, a mobile company has launched an innovation in which by its camera it can measure heart rate, right? Now any company can copy that, but what's the use of this company spending so much of money and developing this innovation? So they can get a patent. By getting a patent, now other companies can't copy its text till their patent expires, right? चलिए आगे चलें. अच्छा, what are its focus sectors? Total 25 sectors were identified, and sectors are divided into two sectors, that is core manufacturing and services. Core manufacturing में सबसे important क्या है? Automobiles, electronics, defense etc. and services में क्या है? IT, tourism, wellness, right? चलिए अच्छा, इसके अचीवमेंट्स क्या है? मेक इन इंडिया स्कीम के अचीवमेंट्स क्या है? टिल 2025 इंडिया रिसीव्ड a record FDI inflow since 2014. In 2014 to 2015, we have 45 billion dollars, but in 22 it grew to 84 billion dollars, and cumulative till 2014-25 over 650 billion dollars. Just imagine this number, है ना? Right? चलिए, ease of doing business, because we loosen our regulatory framework, our ease of doing business also got better, right? चलिए, our rank improved from 142 in 2014 to 63 in 2019. अच्छा, you will tell me in comment box this ease of doing business is replaced by which index now? Currently, which index is active? And also remember that ease of doing business is given by which institute? That is World Bank, right? चलिए नेक्स्ट पे चले कि मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर ग्रोथ. We hope that our manufacturing sector growth will give us 25% of GDP, but till now we have able to achieve 15 to 17%, and we are still working towards that to increase this share. ठीक है. Employment, jobs created in electronics, auto, mobile manufacturing. Obviously, if we are gonna manufacture more or we are gonna innovate something, we are gonna create jobs. So Make in India scheme has created a lot of jobs in these sectors. ठीक है. Sectoral success, very important. Right? You can see mobile phone manufacturing boom. India is world's second largest mobile producer after China. Because of Make in India scheme, now we are one of the top leaders in mobile manufacturing. Also, in defense production also, you can see that indigenous fighters, artillery, navy ships. Do tell me in comment box which are the indigenous fighter jets we are preparing, artillery guns we are preparing in India, manufacturing in India, and naval ships. Yeah, do give the examples. And last, renewable energy. Large investment in solar and wind manufacturing. And this itself is being used in which scheme? PM Kusum scheme, which we will discuss in further coming sessions. Moving on to the next slide. Its current status क्या है कि now it is linked with Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan 2020 and PLI schemes. PLI schemes क्या होती हैं? It is production linked incentives. In this, government pushes or motivates a company that if you will manufacture more, we will give you more incentives. Incentives in the terms of we will give you tax reduction or we will give you some kind of subsidy. अच्छा, चलिए. What did PLI scheme do? It gave a new boost to electronics, pharma, telecom equipment, and solar modules. अच्छा. In comment box, also do tell me what is the status about pharma industry. चलिए, ठीक है. And FDI inflows. India remains a top global FDI destination in 2025. What is our current rank in 2014-2025? It is 15th. चलिए आगे चलें. Let's move forward. Next is Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. It is again India's one of the flagship scheme. अच्छा, what was the scheme's main tagline? That is very important. It itself explains the scheme. It was Har Ghar Bank. That is a bank account for every household. So what does it mean? The government of India wanted more financial inclusion of people, those people who were left behind or those didn't have the enough financial literacy. Through this scheme, they wanted more people to gain financial literacy and get better financial inclusion. है ना? चलिए. It was launched in the year 2014. And what is its nodal ministry? Ministry of Finance. Do tell current minister for this. चलिए, ठीक है. As we've discussed, it ensures financial inclusion of all households, especially the unbanked and the poor. Right? Provide access to banking services, saving accounts, credit, insurance, and pension. ठीक है. Significance, like we discussed in the previous slides, कि which SDG does it supports? It supports SDG 1, no poverty, and SDG 8, decent work and economic growth. ठीक है. And this is the logo for Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. ठीक है. You all might know this is the rupee sign, है ना? चलिए नेक्स्ट पे मूव करें. आइए. What are its silent feature? Okay, so what was the problem due to which people were not able to open their bank accounts? Earlier, what used to happen was, if you want to open a bank account, you need to have minimum. You have to maintain a minimum balance. This government saw and found that this was the major stepping stone due to which people were not able to open their bank account. So what did government do? It created special accounts, that is zero balance bank accounts. That is no minimum balance required. Now you don't require any balance. You can just go to bank and simply ask them that I want zero balance account. They will have to open it, right? चलिए अगला, they also ensured that every account holder gets a RuPay debit card. what will this do? This RuPay debit card will help in better financial inclusion. You know, people will get to more e-transactions, they will visit ATM, they will carry less cash with them, है ना? And they can, with debit card, you can carry more amount of cash, है ना? And you can also participate in other activities, right? चलिए, overdraft facility. Next point is overdraft facility. What is overdraft facility? With this overdraft facility, what happened was कि if you have been a regular user of your bank account for last 6 months, you can withdraw 10,000 that is not present in your account. ठीक है? That government is giving you as a loan. You can return it back. चलिए, अच्छा, more people of our country gets included into banking system, the more easier it will be DBT. That is earlier we discussed in Manrega, na, direct benefit transfer, right? So Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana is indirectly helping in DBT also. Okay? Now the people who is the last person standing in queue can get subsidy, pension, LPG subsidy credit directly to their bank accounts. Okay? No middleman is required. Pension access through Atal Pension Yojana. This also Atal Pension Yojana we will discuss in the coming sessions. So stay tuned. Okay? Acha. The most important point is, what is the target group for this? So target group is all Indian citizens above 10 years old. This can be asked whether the people who are included in Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana are greater than 18 years. No, it is greater than 10 years of age. And priority is given to rural poor, women, and marginalized groups. आगे चलें? Let's move forward. Okay, what are the achievements till now? More than 46 crore bank accounts have been opened as of 2025. Okay? And 60% of accounts are held by women. So what will this lead to? This will lead to women empowerment. Achha. Total deposits crossed 1.7 lakh crore, a big amount, right? And average balance rising gradually, showing increased financial participation. Also, this can also show that improved financial conditions too, right? RuPay cards issued. More than 35 crores cards issued, facilitating digital payment and financial literacy. Achha. And this will also facilitate cashless economy. As we discussed earlier, PM Jan Dhan Yojana सबसे ज़्यादा किसमें मदद कर रही है? It is helping in direct benefit transfer to get the subsidies for LPG subsidy, Manrega, and scholarships. Right? Shall we move to next scheme? What is the next scheme? Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Again, one of our flagship schemes. Achha. When was this scheme launched? It was launched in the year 2014 to commemorate Mahatma Gandhi's 145th birth anniversary. Okay? What is its nodal agency? Ministry of Jal Shakti. Achha. Do tell me, current minister. In comment box, right? चलिए, अगला इसकी टैगलाइन क्या है? Clean India, Healthy India. Significance, like we discussed in all our schemes, which sustainable goals does it support? It supports SDG 6, that is clean water and sanitation and public health. चलिए आगे चलें, इसके फीचर्स पढ़े. ओके, चलिए सबसे मेजर पॉइंट क्या है इसका? It eliminates open defecation in India. What do we mean by open defecation? Open defecation से हमारा मतलब है कि you might have seen in movies, especially a movie toilet, in which earlier people, what they used to do is they didn't have individualized toilets in their home. They would go to open field and defecate there. But what is the problem with that? This open defecation leads to many diseases like cholera, typhoid, dysentery, etc. So our healthcare system was also degrading because of this. So what did Swachh Bharat Abhiyan mainly focused on? It focused on eliminating open defecation. Now, how to eliminate open defecation? We can remember our point simply here by constructing individualized household toilets and community toilets. Okay? Also, now you can understand, if even on building these individualized toilets, will people change their habit? No. We have to educate them. So the next part of the scheme was to promote behavioral changes in sanitation. Now, how will this come? This will come through NGOs, private sector, and local governments. They will only motivate, they will go and take sessions. why it is bad, and then only people will change their behavior. ठीक है? And also it focused on developing solid and liquid waste management system. What is this? This is that special system were developed to manage the solid waste or liquid waste created, है ना? चलिए next पे चलें. Okay, what are the achievements till now? Over 12 crore individualized household toilets were built, both rural and urban, by 2025. Open defecation free. As of 2022, almost all villages declared ODF, that is open defecation free, by Government of India. I think so it is a big feat for us, right? Solid and liquid waste management, we discussed earlier, 1.4 lakh management systems implemented in urban India. Okay? Global recognition. Because of this, we got award from UN and recognition from WHO and UNICEF. Okay? What is the budget allocation for this scheme? It is 12,000 to 5,000 crore annually. Chaliye. Can we move on? We should move to our next scheme. Chaliye, let's move to our next scheme. What is our next scheme? That is Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushalya Yojana. Acha. Till now we had Manrega, but the problem with Manrega is that it only pays for unskilled work. So are we going to keep our population only unskilled? We have to skill them. To give them skills, we launched this scheme, DDU-GKY, Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushalya Yojana. In this scheme, okay, first of all we start with in which year it was launched. It was launched in the year 2014. What is its nodal ministry? It's rural development. Right? Abhi in earlier slide also we discussed by another scheme by Ministry of Rural Development. It was Manrega. Achha. What is the important point of this scheme is it provides skill to the youths that are aged 15 to 35 years. Okay? And a special focus, keep special focus only on rural youth, not on urban youth. Okay? Keep special focus on age and rural youth may be kaun se youth that is below poverty line. This is a very special point. Okay? It can be asked, right? Okay. What does it enable? It enables employment in organized sector with decent wages, right? Contribute to livelihood. Acha, if someone get job in a skilled sector, hai na, ya organized sector, so what will happen? Their livelihood will improve. So that was the target of DDU-GKY. Okay? Contribute to livelihood security and poverty reduction in rural areas. Okay? Acha. Now this scheme aligns with which of our main Indian scheme? That is Skill India Mission. Okay? चलिए आगे बढ़े. Let's move forward. अच्छा, what are the key objectives? As we have already discussed, provide market driven skills to rural youth, then only company will hire. Ensure employment linked training with placement support. In this, the Government of India pays for all the training. It pays for training and it also ensures that 70 to 80% of batch is placed. चलिए आगे चलें. It bridges this skill gap in organized sectors across India, right? So we will have to study ना कि organized sectors को किस तरह की skills चाहिए. On that skills, Government of India is working and imparting that skills to the rural youth. ठीक है? What will it promote? We have discussed earlier. It promotes social upliftment through sustainable livelihoods, and it will also, one of the important point is it encouraged more women, participation of women and marginalized groups. Right? Tell me. What are its achievement till now? Over 50 lakh rural youth trained by 2025. Placement rate 70 to 80% of candidates successfully placed. Happy news? Tell you. Women participation 40 to 50% of trainees are women. A big yes to women empowerment. Right? And what is the income generation? That is 8,000, 12,000 per month, and in some sectors, 5. I think so. This is it for today because it is our first session. So I tried to keep it small. In next coming session, we will discuss more schemes, right? And also, I forgot to tell you that you can get the free PDF for this in a description from our Telegram channel. ठीक है. Also, I want to discuss with you one more thing. Please wait. That is, we are starting a course for this. In this course, we are not only providing you the PDF, we are also providing you the current affairs related with it and additional notes, additional detailed notes with that. What's the most important? That is, we are giving you MCQs. How many MCQs? That is 13,575 MCQs. So do check the link given in the description. Okay. So let's meet again for the next session, lecture 2, in which we are going to discuss the schemes for the year. Today itself we finished the schemes for 2014. In next session, we will discuss the schemes for 2015. So see you then. Okay, have a good day.